I think the biggest challenge is going to be for that middle-sized farmer, much as like my family has been. You know, we farm 400 acres. We do some outside custom work to make it work. I think there's going to be a real pull to both polarizations, either get smaller, do more CSA type of stuff, farmers market, more direct sell, because we see a lot of those folks today that are demanding that, you know, local food movement and have that connectivity to the farmer. Well, it takes a special person to have people come onto your farm to buy directly or to go to farmers markets. I mean, it's a whole different mindset and business model, or you've got to get bigger because costs are being driven up. Rather than doing all the human resources for your employees yourself, pretty soon you have an HR and a safety component within your business. So now you hire people specific to that. That means you're going to get bigger. The regulations as they come down, and that's one of the reasons I got involved in Farm Bureau. The majority of our folks in Farm Bureau are still family farmers. They're still in that point where they're kind of in between, and that's why I think you got to keep those folks. The large farmers need us, because when you start looking at those larger farmers, they don't play real well in the media because folks are going, well, that's corporate ag. Well, it might be a corporate ag, but it's a family corporation. We're now incorporated with the 2 sons coming home. My wife and I had to do a family corporation. And so it's all relative in size. But still, when you have somebody that's farming 100, 200,000 acres, all of a sudden folks are going, well, this really isn't a family farmer. And so as we go and we talk to Sacramento, we talk to Washington, D.C., and one of the strengths of Farm Bureau is we have farmers actually go do the talking. And we have some great paid lobbyists, both here in California and Washington, D.C., with our relationship with the American Farm Bureau. But at the end of the day, what can change a legislator's opinion of something is a handshake and a look in the eye of somebody that's being affected by a certain regulation. And that's where we can get folks out from Sacramento, whether it's folks in the agencies, EPA, Water Resources, whether it's the 120 folks that sit in those elected offices, the statewide offices, or their staff. Get them out in the field so they can meet the people that are really being affected. Nobody can tell their stories better than farmers and ranchers. And a lot of times we tend to think that, well, we can just hire that. You can hire the people that can make those day-to-day meetings, they can go to those day-to-day hearings, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to take time to reach out. Farm Bureau helps coordinate that. If there's a overtime, we were very involved in having not only farm employers, but farm employees that talk about the overtime for agriculture and to carry that message and try to change minds that you're going the wrong direction. And so the 1602 issue that we have that was up in Siskiyou County that would have set a template, and it's now in the appeals court, but if that had been successful, it would have set a template to restrict water availability for folks to get it that had riparian rights to water but couldn't tap that water because of this new rule. And of course, you know, fishing wildlife, it was fishing game, now fish and wildlife goes to the very small counties to try to, you know, attack there to start and get, you know, the nose under the camel's nose under the tent, and then we'll expand it from there. But because of Farm Bureau, we were able to file a lawsuit. We won. It's now up on appeal. We'll see what happens. But it's those kinds of things that Farm Bureau can really help deliver for agriculture in general in California.